On the spot news media, we got the latest news. We don't care about the views, we just representing right. Put local news internationally every night. On the spot, wave that Jamaican flag from left to right. Let's get it right, y'all know the type. We ain't dealing with the hype, we make it take flight.
Yeah man, my viewers and subscribers, what Gwan. A blessed and wonderful Thursday morning to each and every person out there tuning into On The Spot News Media. Now, me peeps, I don't know how we do it over on this side each and every morning. We have to give thanks and praise to the Most High Creator for the preservation of life, because life is indeed the greatest. So in the morning, my peeps, I have a few stories to share with you, the regular members of Chan Public and also members of the diaspora. So please like the video, share the video, watch the entire vlog so you can get a full understanding and a better appreciation of everything we are going in Jamaica. So watch us now, my peeps. So I got to kick it off with an update coming out of the crime-riddled, war-torn, violence-prone Clarendon Police Division, where a 19-year-old man was fatally taken out in a hail of bullets by the police. All of this took place on Monday of this week. Now, the 19-year-old presently on your screen has since been identified as Rockoy Cummins, said to be of a Nelson Street address in Maypen, Clarendon. Now, reports from the police indicate that sometime around 2:15 p.m. on Monday, a team of officers was conducting an operation in the area when they allegedly came under gunfire from armed criminal elements. It is said that the officers returned fire, and it was later discovered that one of the men, identified as Rockoy Cummins, was found suffering from a whole heap of corner wounds to his upper body. It is said that he was taken to the hospital where he was pronounced you know what. But the residents in the community is refuting the claims of the policemen, stating that there was indeed criminal elements knocking it and clapping it upon them. But the now deceased man, Rockoy Cummins, was not one of them. It is said that Rockoy was in the process of cooking some dinner in his kitchen when the knockings and clappings start. It is said that he ran from the kitchen in a bid to escape one of the gunmen when he was conned up by the cops. Now, the cops are stating that he was one of the men knocking it and clapping it upon them. So the Independent Commission of Investigations is most definitely investigating that police fatal knockings and clappings. So the residents are saying that, yes, the Knockist and Clappist them did a beat it upon the squad of them, and the squad of them beat it back. But Rockoy Cummins was taken out in a hail of bullets from either the criminal elements or from the squad of them by mistake. But he was not among the Knockist and Clappist, as the Knockist and Clappist them escape. Boy, may I tell you, the thing rough. Now, the government decide to send home some Haitians, stating that the government was misled, hence the reason for their deportation on Tuesday. So, Information Minister Dr. Dana Morris Dixon revealed that 12 of the 14 Haitian adults who were returned to their homeland on Tuesday were not caregivers as previously thought. The individuals came to the island in March. The Jamaican authorities were told that they were here to assist with the care of a group of orphans who were rescued from the political and social turmoil in Haiti. But speaking on Wednesday, Dr. Morris Dixon says that 12 of the 14 came under false pretense. So the so-called caregivers and the orphans were housed at the Jacob's Ladder facility run by Mustard Seed Communities in St. Anne. But 3 months after arriving on the island, some of the 14 so-called caregivers went missing from the facility. The mustard seed community definitely alerted the police about the individuals who vanished for about 11 days. The matter was reported to the Passport, Immigration and Citizenship Agency, PICA, also. However, the group subsequently returned to the Jacob Ladder facility. The situation took another turn where on Tuesday, after police took 12 of the 14 Haitian adults from the location and transported them to another facility, they were later repatriated by boat to Haiti about 10 p.m. Tuesday night. So now we are going to hear from the information minister, who says the government acted to send the Haitians back home after initially being misled. Listen.
Subsequent to their arrival, we discovered that 12 of the caregivers were not trained caregivers and were actually here on a false pretense. The government made a decision to repatriate those 12 reported caregivers back to Haiti. Some of them did flee the mustard seed community's location and had to be found by the government. They have been repatriated along with 2 other individuals that were here, and so it's a total of 14.
The Minister of National Security, Dr. Horace Chang, also weighed in and defends the decision to deport the Haitian caregivers despite acquisition of human rights breaches. He stated, and I quote, "They are gangsters in disguise." Yeah, man. Now, Dr. Chang is stating that the police is presently in search of a missing so-called Haitian caregiver. It is said that that particular so-called caregiver got a car from someone in the parish of St. Anne and went to the Kingston Public Hospital and took a 14-year-old child from the facility. Neither the troublemaker or the 14-year-old child has been seen or heard from since. The police is presently investigating and trying to locate that particular so-called Haitian caregiver. It is also said that the police had to be called in several times at the Jacob's Ladder community controlled by the mustard seed communities, as the so-called caregivers was abusive to the staff at that particular facility. Hence one of the reasons why the immigration authorities was also called in to have them removed from the country. So if this is so, a job well done by the government. Jamaica have enough problem of our own as it is than figure take up some old crosses, some old corner boy from Haiti. Gangsters will definitely come among the good people disguised as being good, knowing fully well that they're here to continue their reign of terror. Jamaica don't need that. We have enough of our own. Thank you. No. Bye-bye. Anyway, make we continue. Now over there in the troubled, war-torn, crime-riddled St. James Police Division, 2 men were taken into police custody following the seizure of several rounds of ammunition along Orange Street in Montego Bay, St. James on Tuesday, June 25th. On your screen is the rounds in question. Now reports from the Montego Bay police are that sometime around 5 p.m., a team of lawmen on patrol signaled the driver of a white Nissan AD wagon to stop after the driver of that motor vehicle was observed committing a traffic breach. The driver of the motor vehicle and the passenger was seen acting in a manner that aroused the suspicion of the police. The vehicle and passengers were searched, and a brown paper bag containing 50 5.56 cartridges were found under the passenger seat on the floor. The men were detained. However, their identities were withheld pending investigation. Now investigation go on the spot news media figure out who the police them hold on pan. You're gonna be so surprised. But we most definitely thankful say them two criminal element there is presently off the streets. And for those who don't know what the 5.56 cartridges are used in, you see the long gun them where the police and soldiers them walk with are them type of rifle. The 5.56 cartridges are used in. So when you know say are some dangerous type of business them boy they did a go pan. Now the two criminal elements that was caught in that motor vehicle, the driver is identified as Ryder, and the passenger under whose seat the rounds was found in the brown paper bag is known as this criminal element here, presently on your screen, identified as Janipe. I've covered many vlogs on this particular criminal element over the years, but the most recent one was done 2 weeks ago. The vlog is presently on your screen. So this criminal element has been featured on the spot news media several times over the past couple of years as a known and reputed Knockist and Clappist from the infamous Dunce gang. Yeah, man. So he is the so-called bodyguard and also a top Knockist and Clappist aligned to Jamal Dunce-Man, the so-called artist who is most definitely not among the smartest. He's also a top lieutenant for another criminal element identified as Joe or Anjopang. Yeah, man. So Janipe, half the streets, I just hope that the police them put the case file together properly and secure a conviction so that this criminal element will no longer be in the streets of St. James committing similar or other atrocities. Yeah, man. Now the last thing that we're going to talk about, we have a little small list here with some criminal elements who is deemed wanted by the St. Andrew Central and also the St. Andrew South Police. Now the first one present on your screen has since been identified as Nicholas Williams, but more popularly known in the streets as Pooh Bear. Now this criminal element here is wanted for a series of knockings and clappings with intent and also wanted for illegal possession of firearm and ammunition. He's wanted by the St. Andrew Central Police Division. The next criminal element presently on your screen identified as Raheem Brown, but more popularly known in the streets as Berger. Now Berger has been featured on the spot news media several times as a known and reputed criminal element. He's now listed as wanted for a series of knockings and clappings which has resulted in the loss of life and serious injury of some people. Now the next criminal element presently on your screen has since been identified as Shantoni Cardis, but more popularly known in the criminal underworld as Chassis. Now this criminal element is wanted by the St. Andrew South Police Division for a slew of knockings and clappings, some of which has resulted in the loss of life of some people. He's also wanted for illegal possession of firearm and ammunition. And last but most definitely not the least, this criminal element has been wanted by the St. Andrew South Police for years. He has since been identified as Romario Grant, otherwise known as Kaka. Now, Kaka is wanted for a slew of knockings and clappings, some of which has resulted in the loss of life of some people. So just so you know, officers in the St. Andrew South Police Division, Kaka is presently in the Kingston Eastern Police Division, among other criminal elements in the general GX Road community. Yeah, man. So the Kingston Eastern Police, we no need to go dig up around a GX and find this criminal element here and hand him over to the St. Andrew South Police to face him charges. So anyway, my peeps, remember to like, share, subscribe to the channel. Stay tuned to On The Spot News Media as I continue to bring you fresh news and updates in subsequent newscast. On The Spot News Media. Yeah, man.